I don't like that I'm far. Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be filming a mukbang. It's a Lee's sandwich mukbang. And I wanna show you, oh shoot. Well, earlier today, I actually woke up at a decent time and I went to Lee's and I got all this stuff. I drove 20 minutes for this, guys, 20 minutes. There's a glare on my glasses because there's a window. Pay no mind to that. So I have, two sandwiches. I got my vegetables on the side because I don't like it getting soggy. Well, I got my vegetables on the side for this one because I don't like it when it gets soggy. I got this. And I got some egg rolls. And this. Focus. And then I got this. And of course, I got iced coffee, which is sweaty. Okay, I don't like it when the camera's far away from me, so I'm gonna set it on the table. Oh shit, I just broke this. I didn't like it that the camera was so far away from me because this table's so big, so I moved it a little bit closer. It's on top of the table now. So, I wanted to talk about my experience of dropping out of college coming from immigrant parents. I am first generation, so a first generation child dropping out of college from immigrant parents. Hold on, before I say anything, let me eat because my food's gonna get cold. So, man, I don't like jalapenos. Cameron don't like jalapenos and they're all warm. Okay, that's fine. So I got a number 5 from Lee's. If you guys don't know, Lee's is like a Vietnamese sandwich chain. They're like all over the country. I don't know if they're all over the world, but they're all over the States. And if you don't know, I am also not Vietnamese, so I don't know how to say any of this. But I got a number 5, which is a grilled pork sandwich. Dude, the sandwich is so good today. Normally it's like okay, but today it's like really good. So okay, that blanket is ugly. Let me move it. So I wanted to talk to you guys about my experience of dropping out of college. And I don't really know where to start, honestly. I guess I'll just talk about how it was when I went into college, or before I even started college, and how it went after. Let me eat. Oh, how do people do this? I don't like talking and eating. Oh, and by the way, all this food is not for me. Or it is for me, but I'm gonna eat it later because I can't eat all this right now. Oh girl, I'm wearing some high-waisted jeans and it's tight. So it all started okay, it started in high school. Let's start there. It started in high school when, I don't know, maybe around sophomore year. I was thinking about how like I never really thought of college when I was a kid. I never thought about it because, you know, the older you get, the more real life gets, like obviously. But the older I got, the more it's like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do when I graduate high school? So the older I got, I thought like, oh my god, what am I gonna do when I graduate high school? And I'm like, I don't want to go to college. That's the first thing I thought. And I told my mom that, and she's like, well, Cameron, you gotta go to college. And I'm like, well, I don't want to. And I never thought about it. It was something that was just, I would always hear kids talking about, I gotta do this for college, I gotta do this, or they think about the college they wanna go, they would go on college visits. I didn't even think about going on college visits. I went on like one or two. Because it was my senior year and I was like, oh shoot, I should probably try a little bit harder. But it was just something that was like always in the back of my mind. I never really cared. It wasn't like I didn't care. It was just something that was, it wasn't, okay, this reflection's annoying. It was never something that was super serious to me. I always thought like, okay, it was college, whatever. I never really thought about it. Like something that I needed to do or something that I needed to go to. So that's kind of how this all started out. And then come senior year, I was like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do when I graduate? So I was looking at this one university that's in my state that I wanted to go to, or one that's out of state. Those were two that I wanted to go to. So those are the ones I visited. But then I realized, I was talking to my friend and she was like, oh, I'm gonna study abroad. I'm like, oh wait, I really wanted to do that. So I was looking at both study abroad programs in both of those universities. And then I didn't like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Well, I was looking at study abroad at one university and they didn't offer the country that I wanted to go to. So it was just like, why would I even do that? Because the whole reason why I considered college is because I wanted to study abroad. So if they don't have the country I want to go to, I was like, why am I even going there? And I didn't want to go to the one out of state because Cameron is a baby. I am not ready to go out of state just yet. I just felt that it was scary and I wasn't ready for it. So I just didn't go and I crossed that one off the list. And then my friend was like, I asked her where she was going to college because I didn't ask her at the time. And she's like, oh, I'm just going to the one, because I live in a college town. It's not a big state university. It's kind of a smaller one, but it's still a university. I live in a college town. She's like, oh, I'm just going to go to this one. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. Why? And she says, oh, I want to study abroad there. It's cheap through the university. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. I might as well do that. Like, what the hell? I had nothing to lose. I could still live at home. It was cheap. So like, it gave me something to do. So I just decided to go to this university. And then comes time of applying to the actual college. No, I didn't apply till like May. Okay, Cameron, I did not apply to till May because I don't like my shirt. It's an ugly shirt. I just never thought about, I don't know. I just never thought about applying. I mean, I did, but it was like, oh, I don't really care. I can do it later. I pushed it off till like literally May until I finally applied. I'm hungry. Let's go. You see, I knew I wasn't gonna like making this because I don't like talking and eating at the same time. But I wanted something to do. I needed an idea. And I was looking up on YouTube. I was like, dude, there's no Lee's mukbang. Why not? Am I even saying that right? Mukbang? Okay, I know mukbang is not right. That's ugly too. Mukbangs are ugly. And I know that's not how you say it. But I'm like, there's no Lee's one. I'm like, why? Because recently I've been watching a lot of Jollibee's mukbangs. And oh my gosh, I really want to try Jollibee's. It looks so good. But the closest one to me is like 9 hours away. It's a 9-hour drive and that's not happening. So if any of you guys want to fly me out to California or somewhere that has Jollibee's, feel free. Because I really want to try it. It looks so good. I want to try the chicken. So, what was I even talking about? I don't know. And I'm not a cute eater either. Who eats pretty? No one. No one. And this shirt's kind of ugly too. I'm wearing an ugly shirt for this. So comes the time of actually going to class. School started and I'm like, shoot, I really don't want to go. I went, I cried the first day. I cried the first day of college, okay? And I called my mom. I said, Mom, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I want to drop out now. I can't do it. It was after my first class too. The first day after my first class. And I was like, no, I can't do this. And I don't really know why I can't do it. We haven't even started learning anything. Like, nothing was hard. The material was so easy. College is not for me. School has never been for me. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I can't do this. I want to go home. I want to drop out. And she says, no, Cameron, no, you can't do this. Because I have a really bad track record of actually finishing something and like sticking with something. Like, if I ever sign up for anything, I'll tend to just like drop out of it. I never follow through with it because if I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. That's basically what it is. So I tried a couple of things when I was a kid, and I wanted to try it and I didn't end up liking it. So I just stopped doing it. So I have a bad track record of never just finishing something. So my mom was like, why can't you finish college? Why can't you do it? Because you drop out of everything. You just stop doing everything. I didn't drop out of high school, by the way. I got my high school diploma. Barely. What? I barely got my high school diploma. But she was like, Cameron, just do it. And I'm like, I can't do it, Mom. It's so hard for me just to go to class. It was really hard for me. So the first day was really rough. Then comes the second day, and I was like, no, not doing it. And I literally texted my mom, I'm dropping out. I'm gonna drop out. And it was the same thing over and over again for 2 weeks straight. And then after 2 weeks, I was like, fuck, I don't like this. I didn't like going to college. I didn't like being there. I didn't like being present. And then all of a sudden, I just stopped going to class. And I told my mom, like, I'm not going to class today. I can't do it. And it's just, I don't know why I couldn't go. It was so hard for me to go. Because we did nothing. Like, we did stuff, but it was so easy that it was like, why can't you go, Cameron? But I decided, nope, I can't do it. I'm gonna drop out. And so I officially did drop out. And I wish I made up my mind the second I decided I couldn't do it. I shouldn't even gone in the first place, but if I made up my mind like the second day where I decided, okay, this is really it, I cannot do it anymore, I should have dropped out then and dropped all my classes, because then I would have gotten a full refund, you know? But my mom was like, Cameron, don't do it. So I just didn't do it till it got to the point where, like, no, it was just, I couldn't do it anymore. And at that point, it was too late for me to drop out and get a full refund for all my classes. But I didn't care. I was like, I didn't care. It was a rough time. I remember it was like one particular week. It was just really bad for me. I couldn't eat at all. And that was a big problem because I love food. I love eating. So it was something that I love to do. It's not like I don't want to eat. I really want to eat, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't have the stomach for it. Every time I think about food or I would eat something, I would just throw up. I wouldn't physically throw up, but I would like gag a little bit because I'm like, the thought of eating, it was too much for me. And it was never ever that bad for me to where I couldn't eat for like 2 weeks. And then after, like literally a couple days after I decided I'm gonna drop out, I'm never going back, I started eating again. But so I told my mom that, and she was like, well, what are you gonna do now? I'm like, I don't know, I guess I'll just work some more. I'll go back on my own. I'll go back to college, but it's just, I can't do it right now. And my mom, oh my God, she was so upset with me. Okay, it's really messy back there. Don't look at it. But my mom was so upset, and I told my dad was upset too, but I don't know, dude. I told her, okay, so the way I grew up was my parents never pushed school onto me. They never pushed me to have good grades. It's not like they didn't care. It's like they didn't stress it like you need to go study after school, you need to go do this, you need to go do some extracurricular, get your grades up, or do extra credit, or just build stuff for your resume. They didn't really stress that. It was kind of like up to us to decide that and do all that on our own. So like, being the person I am, I never cared for it. I didn't care for any of that. I never cared for school, period. So I didn't do that. So that's how like I grew up with school in my household. Like it wasn't important. Well, it was important, it just wasn't so stressed to the point where it's like my entire life is school. My entire childhood was just studying. And growing up, my parents always told me I could do whatever I want, you know, just do whatever you want, do what makes you happy. They never really, it was never stereotypical where it's like, you need to be a doctor, you need to be blah, blah, blah. You get in school, you gotta do this. So I never lived that stereotypical Asian life. And so that's just how it was growing up. So when I dropped out of college, they were so mad. That's just how it was growing up in my household. So school has just never been like, well, they knew it was never for me because I'd always like come home crying. I wanted to drop out. I wanted to be homeschooled. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. But so I told my mom, she's like, what are you gonna do after you drop out? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but just right now I can't do college. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but right now it's not college. That's what I told her. Oh, I have a low battery. What the hell? It was just full. It's blinking. Okay, I'm gonna charge this. Okay, I'm gonna charge this for like an hour or 30 minutes and I'll come back and I'll update you guys. This was a failed mukbang. I'm so sorry. Hi. So I charged my camera for like 45 minutes and I hope it'll last for a little bit. I was trying on some clothes and I found this ugly shirt that I thrifted and I kind of like it. Look, I'm wearing these black jeans and I tucked it in. I'm gonna put on a belt later. I don't know what belt yet. And then I'm wearing this shirt, which I thrifted. I thought it was cool. I feel like Shawn Mendes. I feel like this is how he dresses. So. What's going on? I ate, by the way. This is a fail mukbang. And I guess I can eat this. This is my, how do you call it? Is it like jia? Jia? I don't know. I'm not Vietnamese and I don't speak Vietnamese. So my tones are all off. But, so I dropped out. And then, oh yeah, I remember the process. I'm making it sound a lot easier than what it was. So the process of me dropping out, it was this whole ordeal with my mom. My mom was like, I remember I got in this fight with my mom. Oh, if you guys don't know what this, oh shit. If you guys don't know what this is, it's like coconut milk with some tapioca and stuff. I don't know what else is in here. I think there's like taro in here. Okay, this is not good cold. I'll be right back. Okay, so I warmed this up. Hopefully it tastes better. You know, it's better warm. But I remember having this conversation with my mom. She was just wondering, why can't you go to college? Why can't you do this? And I'm like, Mom, I just can't. I just can't go. And I had to explain to her, like, this is how I feel about college. I feel like not everyone needs to go right after high school. And that's okay. You know, you gotta go on your own time. And that's what I tried to explain to my mom, but she didn't understand that. She's like, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean you gotta go on your own time? Just go now. Just do it. You know, but I couldn't, it was just, you guys know, it was hard for me. So that's what she couldn't understand, is like why I couldn't do it. Because to her, it's just like, I don't know why she can't do it, just do it. But, you know, if okay, before I dropped out, I skipped so many classes. I didn't go to anything. I was so behind. And if I would have gone, my GPA would have been fucked up. My grades in college would not have been good. And I didn't want to ruin my GPA. So if you're not ready, you're not ready, you know? That's just what it is. But to my mom, it's just like, just do it, you know? And I feel like that's how it is with a lot of Asian parents. It's just like, just do it, you know? You don't have a choice. And I don't want to say my mom is unsupportive of me, but it's just that she doesn't understand like what goes on in the mind, you know? She doesn't really understand like what goes on in my mind or in the mind in general. So to her it was just like, I went to college, I did this, I did that, why can't you do it? I don't. So these are real good. Okay, conclusion, this is only good warm. And so I had to explain to her that for me to go back to college, or just college in general, I shouldn't have even gone in the first place, because I knew what was best for me. And at this point in life, it's from here on out, it's gonna be my life, because college, it's all on you, you know? There's no one to help you, it's just you and yourself. So if you know you can't do it, then don't do it. If you're gonna fail, then sucks. There's no do-overs unless you want to pay more. So I just knew it was best for me to do that. And then it took her a while to understand, but then she finally understood. I guess it's kind of a different story because, like I said, I didn't really grow up with that whole stereotypical Asian parents of like them having to push grades on me, or I had to do really well in school. I did all this extracurricular. So I guess my situation's a little bit different than most, I guess. So the story is kind of, well, everyone's situation is going to be different regardless, but in my case, that was just, my parents, they were upset at the time, but then they kind of brushed it off. Because I guess in the back of their minds, they knew that it was a better choice for me, rather than to push myself and go and fail at it, or just to wait until I was ready to go on my own terms and then be really good at it. So I guess this is my story. I dropped out of college and how my parents reacted and my experience. It wasn't that in depth, honestly. I could have gone a little bit more in depth, but it's a little bit personal, honestly. I like being open, but I don't like being super open, you know? I'll tell people, but I won't tell them, oh, this is annoying me. I'll tell people like blah, 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 like A to Z, but I won't get super personal and in depth with them. So that's just kind of how I am right now with the story. I could have gone a little bit more in depth with more of my experiences, more of my experience with it and how it went down with my mom and all that, but you know, I like to keep that private. Or I choose not to share that with everyone. And that's okay too. But I think with parents, with my parents, they just wanted the best for me. And they thought the best for me was to go to university and get an education and get a job, like a full-time job, which is something I don't want. I do not want a 9-to-5. That is something, I remember I had this realization. I turned 13, I was crying in bed, and I decided, no, I'm not gonna, I decided like I don't want to live that kind of life, getting an average job, going to college, just getting a house, having kids, getting married. I don't want that. You know that like all American dream, or like the American dream, or why our parents came to America, that's kind of like what they want for their kids. And I decided I'm not gonna do that. I don't want that. Because I guess in their mind, you have to be comfortable in order to be happy. Comfortable meaning you have to be like financially stable in order to live a good life, which I totally disagree with that. So I decided I'm not gonna do it. I decided no, it's not happening. I kind of want to cut my hair again. I don't know, I'm kind of in the process of growing it out. I want to cut it to like right here again. When I first cut it really short, it was like to right here, and I liked it because I had like a deeper side part, and then I had my hair really short and straight, and I thought it was like a blunt cut. But now like my bangs are growing out stuff. I kind of want to get bangs again too. It was what one night I decided like, dude, what if I just cut my bangs? I was this close to doing it. It was like 3 a.m. But I thought, just go to bed, Cameron, just go to bed. So I did. This is a failed mukbang. I didn't even eat. I ate for like 5 minutes of it because I can't talk and eat. I don't like it. And I ate half my sandwich and then I'm full. I guess I'll eat this. I'm so sorry. Let me talk a little bit about, oh my gosh, do you guys listen to Namjoon's new album, or RM? Okay, I only like 2 songs in that album. Oh my gosh, there's a bird! I hate birds. Oh my god. Do you guys hear that? He's pecking on my window. Wow. Okay. But I only like 2 songs on the album. It's a good album, but it's just not my taste in music. I don't know. There are some people that will call me a fake fan because I don't like the entire album, but you know, you like what you like, and that's fine. You're not gonna like every song. I like Moonchild and Good. That's like one of the only 2 songs I like. A few I'll listen to, but I'm like, oh, I'm not in love with it, you know? Or I won't listen to it all the time. I mean, it's okay, you know? I'm sure it's a very good album. It is. But it's just not my taste in music. So for some reason I'm really out of breath, but I'm gonna end this video right here. Maybe I may vlog a little bit tonight, but